Today we're going to talk about how we interact with the external world. In yoga, we call this yamas. And yamas is part of the 8 limbs of yoga. And yogis typically integrate the 8 limbs of yoga into their daily lifestyle to maintain vitality, to maintain health internally and externally, but to also reach a state of samadhi, a state of peace. All right. Now today we're going to talk about yamas. And yamas has 5 characteristics or 5 components. And you do not have to be a yogi or someone who practices yoga on a daily basis to incorporate these 5 characteristics into your lifestyle. Now, yamas is all about the external world and how we interact within it, our actions, our decisions. All right. And when we begin to practice yamas or practice the 8 limbs of yoga, what we're doing is we're becoming aware, more conscious of how we respond to the external world. Becoming aware of your actions, you're becoming aware of your decisions. And when you bring in more awareness, you're responding or interacting with the external world from a higher place, from a higher perspective, from higher self, right? So let's talk about these 5 components. Now, I'm still shaky on my Sanskrit, so if I enunciate anything wrong, please forgive me, all right? So we have the first one, ahimsa, which is known as non-violence. Practicing non-violence towards yourself, towards others, and towards nature. You never want to be physical towards yourself. You never want to be physically violent towards another person, place, or thing, right? But this doesn't only just focus on physical violence, but it also focuses on the negative thoughts and your tongue, all right? You never want to speak or think negatively towards yourself, towards others, or nature in general, all right? So take a moment to think about how you can change your perspective, to change your mindset from a more neutral or positive mindset, all right? So ahimsa, practicing non-violence, verbally, in your thought, and physically, all right? The second one, satya, truthfulness, being honest. You want to be honest with yourself, and you want to be honest with others. You want to practice truthfulness. You know, sometimes we lie to make others feel better, but a lie is still a lie. You want to be honest, all right? And if you have to lie to make someone feel better, maybe you might want to try to change that perspective, that way of thinking, and see if you can help that person accept the truth so that you don't have to lie, all right? You want to practice honesty with yourself. You want to practice honesty with others, even the smallest lie. You know, when I think about someone telling a lie, to me, they're conscious of that lie. They know they're going to lie, and someone lies because they're trying to hide something or they're fearful of something, all right? And no one should have to be in that place or that state of having to lie, all right? So you want to practice honesty. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with others. But it goes a little deeper because you just don't want to practice being honest, but you want to practice being true to yourself, being truthful with your thoughts, being truthful with your emotions, being truthful with your moods, all right? And when we begin to practice yoga, we begin to awaken to more of our truth, okay? Our true essence, our innate being, walking in that truth, understanding what your truth is, and how to fully express your truth and be confident in expressing that truth, all right? So just like an onion, as we continue to practice or we continue along this journey, we begin to express more of our truth, begin to feel and understand more of your truth, of our truth, right? All right, so practice being honest, not just verbally, but learn to be honest with your thoughts, with your emotions and your moods, and try to honor those emotions and those moods, all right? The third one, assetya, or assetya, astia, no, it's astia. Stay with me, guys. Non-stealing, all right? Non-stealing. Don't take. Do not take what is not yours. Also, when we think about non-stealing, it's when you steal something, it's because you feel like you're lacking something. So how can you move from that lack mentality to a more abundant mentality? All right? How can you appreciate what you already have? Because in order to receive more, you must appreciate what you already have, right? So practice non-stealing. You don't want to also steal people's time and energy. Know that you have enough and you're more than enough. So when we speak about astia, we're talking about changing that mindset from a lack to a more abundant mindset, and knowing that you lack nothing and you have everything that you need in this moment, right here and right now. You have everything you need. And anything more than that is a desire. All right? Practice non-stealing. Changing that lack mentality into abundant mentality, and knowing that you are already abundant. You're already fruitful. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out in this world who doesn't have what they need, so they feel like they have to take. Practice non-stealing. And know that if you remain true to yourself, what you need will be right there when you need it. All right? Okay, moving down to, I think, 4, right? We have aparigraha, which is non-greed, non-possessiveness, non-attachment, detaching yourself, okay, from what no longer serves you. Letting go in the right time. Only taking what you need when you need it, okay? You never need more than what you need. Never take more than what you need. Stay here in the present moment and know that whatever you need or want is right there. And you never have to take more. For an example, I don't know, I'm thinking of a squirrel and nuts. You know, a squirrel, I don't know. Guys, I'm not saying this is facts. This is just me giving an example. But say a squirrel only needs 2 nuts, right? But instead, the squirrel gathers 10, 15 nuts and doesn't even need the 15 or 10 nuts. And the 10, 15 nuts may go bad, or something may happen. He may lose it. But he only needed those 2 nuts. And what he did was he took from the other squirrels from receiving nuts, right? So practice non-greed. Do you really need more than what you already have? Do you have enough? All right? Keep only what serves you in the moment. All right? So try to incorporate that into your life. You know, where can you let go? Are you holding on to something that needs to let go of? Ask yourself, are you attaching to things that doesn't need to be there? Let go of possessiveness. Let go of attachment. All right? Last one, we have brahmacharya. I hope I said that one. Brahmacharya. I hope I said that one right. but it's the use of energy. This one talks about celibacy, which I love. So I am someone who practices celibacy. And this one talks about redirecting your energy from external desires and instead moving towards or finding peace and happiness within self. All right? This talks about moving towards Brahma. I think it's Brahma or Brahman, right? Towards light, towards the creator. Okay? Celibacy, letting go of those temptations, those desires that keeps you from looking within yourself. And ask yourself, what are your temptations? What are your desires? And do you really need them? Or are those things preventing you or keeping you from you? All right? Where can you practice celibacy? And it doesn't have to be sexual, but where can you practice celibacy within your life? Cutting back on shopping, cutting back on going out. How can you redirect that energy that you're giving out into the external world and bring it back into yourself so that you can focus more on finding peace and happiness within self? How can you let go of those external desires to find peace within self? Okay, and that's where temptation comes in. That's where we quote unquote call sin comes in. Can you walk away from those sins? What is it? Gluttony, sloth, wrath. You guys know them, right? Where can you redirect that energy? Can you give that energy back to yourself? If you wake up early in the morning with 100% full of energy, and you go out into the external world and you give out a little bit of energy here, a little bit of energy there, here, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, when you come back home and you realize you have 5% energy left, ask yourself, can any of that energy that you gave away, that 95%, can it be redirected back to you? Was that energy that you gave, was it necessary? Was it needed? All right? So, how can you incorporate non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, non-greed, and redirecting energy into your life? You don't have to be a yoga to incorporate these characteristics. How can you practice peace, non-violence? Peace within your thoughts, peace within your mind, peace with others, with nature. How can you practice being honest, being truthful, but not just being truthful with your words, but being honest with yourself, being truthful with your thoughts, being truthful with your emotions and your moods? How can you stand more into your truth? What is your truth? Right? Non-stealing. Removing yourself from that lack mentality and knowing that you are already abundant and you don't need to take from anyone else or anything else. Because what will be provided for you will be given to you when the time is right. And remember, the past doesn't exist. The future does not exist. Right here in this moment, right now, creates the future. So what you need right here in this moment, and when you ask the universe, when you choose to manifest what you need and right here in this moment, it will come to you. But you have to be right here in the now to understand what those needs and wants are, to understand that truth. Non-greed. Take only what you need. Take only what serves you right here in the now. You never need more than what you need. Let go of possessiveness. Let go of attachment. Okay? Getting closer to God, to Creator. Practice celibacy. Stop having sex. Walk away from those temptations, those desires, those things that prevent you from looking at you, from source, from God. All right? That's my message to you guys. How you interact with the external world plays a major part on your internal world. All right? It's not about right and wrong, but it's about finding that neutral, that balance, that harmony within self, and creating that harmony outside of self. All right? I love you guys. Bye.